My name is Kenny. I'm from Fresno, California, and I'm a maintenance guy for an apartment complex. And this is my creepy work story. It started around September, October-ish of 2015. I can't recall the exact date, but I know that it was sometime around then. Me and my coworker had been working in a vacant downstairs unit for a couple of days, getting it painted. The first couple of days we didn't notice anything unusual because all you can really smell when you went in there was the smell of fresh paint. But the day after that we had already finished painting, we noticed a foul smell in the kitchen area, which we just assumed was something coming from the garbage disposal. Since residents usually throw food down there, it could give off a pretty bad odor after it's been in there for a while. So we were just going to get some deodorizer just to spray into it. And then a little while later, our manager called us because one of the residents thought they were smelling a gas leak in their apartment, which turned out to be in the same building that we were working in, directly behind us, but upstairs. So me and my coworker headed over there, still feeling nothing unusual, just another typical work order. But then when we got to the kitchen, we checked for leaks and there was no signs of any gas leaking. The smell that was present didn't even smell like gas. Then I realized at that time that it was the same exact smell that we were smelling in the apartment that we were working in. And when I brought that to my coworker's attention, we both kind of stopped and looked at each other with a very concerned look on our faces. And he told the resident that we had to go talk to our manager real quick and we'll come back. But at this point, we both already had a strong feeling that we knew what that smell was coming from. Because when we were coming up the stairs, we could see that the man who lived downstairs still had a notice on his door that we posted a few days ago, which was actually a 3-day notice to pay rent or quit. And my coworker actually knew that resident pretty good, and he told me that the whole time that he's been living there, he's never paid his rent late. He always paid on time. So with that in mind, and that kind of smell coming strongly to the whole building like that, we had an idea what that smell was coming from. So we went to our manager, we told her everything, and she said for us to grab the copy of his apartment key to do like a wellness check. So we went over there, and I knocked on his door, but he didn't answer. So I knocked again, and the next door neighbor came out to see what was going on, because I guess she's been smelling that smell in her apartment for a few days already. And she kind of had that look on her face too, like she already knew what that kind of smell could possibly be. So she went back inside. I knocked one more time. Then my coworker told me to just go in. So I unlocked the door and opened it up. And before I could even yell maintenance, the smell hit me so strong. I just turned to my coworker and I said to him, "Damn, dude, he's gonna be dead in there, man." I yelled maintenance a couple times and there was no reply. So I just stepped inside and I looked into the living room. Immediately as I turned the corner, there he was, just laying naked on the floor. His body was all green from decomposing. His stomach looked extremely bloated. His eyes were already gone from the maggots. Whenever the coroners came out, they came and investigated, and they estimated that he had been decomposing in there for about 15 days, just based on the way that he looked. So you could only imagine how bad it was. I can still remember the exact position that he was laying. His left leg was straightened out with his right leg bent, and his right foot was under his left knee, and that his left hand was on his chest, and his right arm was pointed out to the right, and he was just looking straight up towards the ceiling. To this day, I still can't get that image out of my head, and every time that unit comes vacant, there's always the first thing that comes to my mind when I open the door to go work on that apartment. I'm actually working in there right now. That's what gave me the idea to make this video.